everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a totally different setup, and welcome to my channel, and apologies if the whole thing isn't on the frame. I have a new tripod which is on the table on a stack of things to get it up high enough, and I'm afraid to stack it any higher because it might fall. I'm weighting it down with jars of texture paste. And so we're going to go with it this way. And I apologize. I'm going to work on, I just got it in. It was just delivered about 15 minutes ago. And I needed to make this. I have disassembled my other setup, and you can maybe see the light moving around. I've got the same tripod with the same light ring kind of off to the side coming over my left shoulder, so it may not be as light and bright over on this right side as it is over on the left side. So I'm hoping to get something better. This was a good interim solution, and I can use this tripod for something else down the road. Okay, so let's go to the matter at hand. Enough with the apologies. As you may recall, I'm working with the same starting sticker sheet as Adam. It's this one from that's I Am by Simple Stories, and it has all these icons here with that kind of pink. There are a couple different tealish, greenish kind of colors and so forth. And I did a layout last time that kind of really brought out the pinks and yellows. I've got this series of photos. Oh, we're also doing the Tic-Tac-Toe challenge, and I didn't print that off. The Tic-Tac-Toe challenge, excuse me, that is this week's recipe at Spoonful of Scraps, which is a bunch of really awesome, cool scrappers that we all, probably know and follow and belong to other groups with. But I'm going to try doing, instead of one row diagonally or across or up and down, I'm going to try to do all 9 items on that list, which means I'm going to try to have green, use white cardstock, have gems, stitching, paint, twine, butterflies, an acrylic piece or 2, and 3 photos. So these are the 3 photos that I've printed, and I have left a white border around them, and I've backed them with some white cardstock. So that's my white cardstock done. I have done some stitching that I really think is ugly with gold thread. The thread is beautiful. The stitching, not so much. The idea of stitching across the holes in a doily was possibly not the best idea. I'm also going to cut the doily. First of all, I'm going to cut it in half, kind of that way. Then I'm going to cut around these circular pieces. So one thing I'm noticing about the setup is when I stand up and kind of bring things like this up to where I can see and work with them, it does bring it closer to the camera, and you can see what I'm doing as long as I kind of hold it there under. I'm going to use a sketch, and it's by memory. I don't have the sketch printed out, but I did a layout by the sketch for a design team page for my creative scrapbook, and I liked it because it's very simple and easy to replicate. So I can use this piece of the doily for something else, and this gives me the size that I wanted. I didn't have any doilies this size, But I'm going to do that and kind of, I don't know. The photo has a lot of wood showing in it, and it has this stone wall. This is Katie and Ava somewhere that I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you where. Their dad took these photos, and I love the expressions on their faces. It was probably circa 2014, I'm going to say. I should probably look that up. Let me cut the end. What I'm going to use as a background, instead of a white or solid color cardstock, is this pattern paper that is by 29th Street Market. And it goes back probably to around the time that photo was taken, I'm going to say. And let me kind of put it where, and if it stays there, it's pretty close to both sides showing, so, or both ends showing. I'm going to put that aside. I want to pick a paper to go vertically behind the strip of photos, and it's to be narrower than the strip of photos. So I'm going to take this brick wall and I'm going to cut this part of it. This is one of the papers I picked that I didn't have any idea how I was going to use it. And in this case, what I'm determining is that I can use this brick piece, and that includes some green. So let's see, the photos are yay wide, so it needs to be narrower than that. So let's go like that. And I think in the one that I did before, it didn't go all the way down, but I'm going to have mine go all the way down, which gives me a little bit more space to do some embellishing. So I'm going to go ahead I hate covering up this bit of mixed media look there. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'm going to put this on some foam. Let me sit down. I'm not, the way that I've placed my other tripod, I shouldn't have to worry about hitting it the way that I did. And if I did hit it, it wouldn't affect the camera. It would affect the light. And I'm not as worried about that. I'll probably learn to eat those words. I'll do this. And then I can put the rest. I'm going to come down a bit. There. And I don't want it dead center horizontally or vertically. I think I may have put it pretty close to dead center vertically. This is going to go here, but not without a strip of paper across. And I have to find from among my papers here what's gonna look good. I don't like that. This might actually be the best. Maybe kind of, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna make a 2-inch banner and maybe make it double. I'm gonna cut a 3-inch piece and a 4-inch piece And then let me test the colors. And let me bring my sheet over. Okay, if I put that right there and do something like this, I don't like that. I think I want something more in the complementary scheme. Okay, so I'm going to cut the ends the same. I'm going to fold them over, and I was going to do it the wrong way. Do it like that. And then I'm going to put some foam behind. And the whole page is really going to be about the clusters. And we'll see how those work out in a minute. Okay, I'm going to put the long one underneath. And then I'll put this kind of in between the photo and the mat, so that it kind of goes all the way up to where the stitching starts. Or do I want to leave a little? I think I'll leave a little. And then I'm going to do this one up there at that same level, kind of like that. I'd like some of the doily showing underneath there. So let's see if we can do it maybe like that. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing here, and we'll go through the checklist in a minute. I'm just going to get a little bit of liquid adhesive on here and see if I can lift that up with my fingernail. Actually, let me bring this down a bit if I can, so that I don't have to put this one up so far. For the doily to show. Okay, there. Now, the title I thought would be this that says favorite day. One of the requirements is an acrylic piece, so this is a nice big acrylic piece, and the it's broken. But my experience is that if you glue them really close to each other and tap a little glue, it really doesn't, really don't have to work too hard to get it to look completely whole and unbroken. So I left it, I left the backing on so it would hold together so I wouldn't lose anything. But let's see how we can work this. So if this says, you know what I think I might do is run the title down the side there and then do some embellishments here. So I like that idea better. I don't have as much room. If I had moved this a little over to the left, I'd have had more room, but I'm okay with it the way it is. Now, as I put the glue on here, I'm going to put a little right over in the area where it's broken, so it kind of sticks well there. Okay. Let me get that. I have to move this one to there. There we go. I think that's good, and I'll let that dry. Okay, so now I'm gonna start building clusters here. I really like the little houses, and I thought maybe I'd do a cluster with the houses maybe a little offset, kind of off to this right-hand side. And I could do this one there. I think I like this one better. And I'm gonna put some foam behind it. Let me push this back up. Let me make sure that's in frame. I'm sorry, I had actually pulled it down to work on it, and I forgot. I forgot that that's not a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. I think that's gonna work. I think this place where they are is somewhere in the neighborhood, and it was in the fall, and it may have been a place that they stopped before or after the pumpkin patch, because I think I recall those clothes at the pumpkin patch. Okay, this guy can go right up there so that the fence runs right up to the tree. Okay, we've got that. And I really like the this little guy as an anchor to a cluster up in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some foam on the spot, and I'm trying to mix as many of the golds in there as possible, but this one does have that pink, and it may kind of look a little bit odd with the golds that I'm planning to use to make this be something more of a fall layout. Okay, so this can go under there, and actually if I glue that down, I do want this up there. If I glue that down, here, then this doesn't really need any foam to hold it up. But because I've messed with it, I'm going to put some wet glue just to secure it. So I'll do that. And then I'm going to see if any of the, let's see if this flare looks good right there. I was going to do the owl flare, and that keeps coming up. Let's move it over a bit. There, we just need to let that dry. And I won't worry about the flare until I get a little further down the road here. I need butterflies. Well, actually, I need paint. And I have mixed some white paint with some water and some gesso, actually, to make it more opaque. And I'm going to go ahead and do some splatters. I got one on the photo that I didn't intend to. And I'll just put a couple down here. And I did that so that I know where not to put embellishments, because I'm getting ready to do some stickers now. Okay, so I've got these little glasses and this clipboard that says beautiful, and that could go, I need to be careful not to touch that, but that can go right there. And this does need a little bit of prop. Actually, I'm going to prop that up from the photo too. Kind of right there. And then I want these glasses. Well, actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this Crushing It ribbon and maybe tuck it in like that, where you can't really read the words, and I'm going to lay the glasses across it. I don't think I'm going to miss the Crushing It sentiment on there. And I think the glasses are going to be kind of cute. And it's a Katybug layout, so I have a ladybug, and I've actually got a few orange ones. I just bought this pack. I needed some penguins, so I went to Michael's, which is right next door to Weight Watchers, and got these. Let me do this orange one, and I'm gonna put it on top of that zigzag flare. I'm going to kind of do it that way, and then let me get some foam under it. Okay, there. And then I have some other stickers that I think would be cute up there. Maybe even I could layer a brown leaf right there. We'll see. We shall see. Let me come down here and kind of add some autumn looking stuff down there. One thing that's going to look autumn is my butterfly, because it's gold and lavender. I've got another one that's orange. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy. I want my main clusters to be here, here, and here. So I haven't really done much with this area down here. I could do that. Okay, and then I could do the butterfly maybe down kind of over here and on that leaf. Let's try that. And then I've got these two kind of areas that have some fall look to them. And then this area, which looks like, you know, springtime. So we're gonna have some work to do. I got a little bit of the paint on the house, but that's okay. Okay, there. And then I will do this other one. Let's see. I've got some florals here that could maybe go up in here. And because they're blue and purple, they still don't look fall enough. Not feeling that quite yet. How about if the yellow bird were facing the other way? That would be good. Let's do a little heart that is kind of orange in color. We push that back up. And what I'm going for is to fill in this little spot right there. And there's still too much of that ugly stitching showing, so we'll have to maybe do something like that across there. I might put foam behind the etched part so that it doesn't show. And the reason I'm calling this favorite day is just, it just, any day is a favorite day that the girls were happy to have their photos taken, and we captured a memory that we're able to look back on here. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I have some gold leaves that I can kind of work into something around here. And then let's see, I have this orange, and if you look, there is some orange in this Obed Marshall pattern paper, but I didn't, the way I cut it, I didn't leave much of it showing. So let's see what I can do. I could actually do that right there, which kind of brings some orange into that little cluster. And that's got leaves, so it kind of goes with these other patterns. I've got this plaid, which looks really good with this, but it doesn't go with that pink, but it kind of does look nice down here, but I don't want to cover those leaves. Let me move the leaves and kind of do it like that under the butterfly, and maybe prop the leaves up on the flare. How's that? I think that might look nice. I have the cutest little owl, and I want to use the owl, but I'm a little concerned, and I want the plaid kind of going diagonally. I like that look. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this that goes under the photo. And then this gets a little bit of glue because it goes on top of the flare. I'm going to spread it around so that it doesn't look like a glop, because those are kind of see-through. Let me get that underneath there. Okay. I think that works. I've got it stuck down right here, and I'm hoping you can see that, and stuck on the flare. And to bring a little of that pink, I've got pink here, but there's really no pink other than that pink on the house, is there is a little bow that I could maybe I'm not crazy about that. And if I move it over to here, that kind of makes it more of a, how about if I do it, I don't want to do it on top of the flare, but let's see what that looks like if I did. You know what? I do have some little real bows that might look more natural under there. Let me see if I can kind of slide it. I have to slide it under here. So I may just lift that up. And if I put that right there and press it down like that, will that stick to it? You can't really see the flare, but it's doing its job in that it's providing a base for some of the embellishments. Okay, there. Now you can see it, and we've got the pink, so I'm okay with that. And let's see. Let's go over our list. Green, I've got green in that this house is sort of green, and those leaves are green, and there's green in the photo, and there's green in this print, so I'm okay with my green. White cardstock, it's matting the photo strip. Gems, let's put some gems in there. I haven't put any gems in. I've got these kind of fall, autumn, gold sort of gems. I'm going to put one over here on that heart, and one here on kind of bridging between the flare and this banner. And I have another one that size that I'm going to put in the other cluster, and I'm going to put it where? Kind of right here to cover up the spot where some paint smeared on that house. Okay, so I got my gems. I need stitching. I've got that ugly stitching on the doily, and you can see it, and the gold, you know, kind of doesn't look bad with the little scenario we have going here. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue and get those down there. Let me get that one out. I'm going to put the brown in between and make it stick out a little bit farther. Have a little bit nicer design there. A little bit better shape. And there. Then, what else do I need? Paint, I've got on there. Twine, I have not got any twine on there, and the twine I have is this black and white. And I honestly don't know that I like that. So what I'm going to do is show you where I'm going to put the twine, and I'm going to go replace it with jute twine. I don't think I have any on the table right now. I did have a supply of tags that had all kinds of different twine in the holes. I'm just doing a bow. Try to do a tiny bow so that I don't have and then I may, if it's tiny enough, I may not mind that it's black and white. And I normally am a black and white goes with anything kind of scrapper, but maybe not on this page. Maybe, well, you know, right up in here. And if I smoosh it down there, that's actually not too bad. And what I need to do now is maybe have some coming in another location. And what I think I'm going to do is kind of fringe it a bit. There we go. And I'm going to just do tiny little bits of it and glue it right here. Okay, that will hold it down, and you've got that little bit of black and white there. If I were really going to be complete, I'd do something down here, but I think having it at those two angles is enough. So that's my twine. Butterflies, I've got one butterfly. I was going to do another, and I think I will. It's this one that has a lot of orange and that kind of dull pink on it, so it's not a bad, and I'll have it kind of separated out here. And then acrylic and 3 photos. So I got my acrylic. Let's see, I don't think I have any other acrylics. I have a couple of flare that I did not use. So let's see if I could do one here, maybe with a gold thread bed. Oops. Okay, let's see if I can kind of pull that together a little bit better. Come on. Pull that up. And if I put it right here and let the twine kind of hang out, I should be okay. Again, I should have put the foam behind there before. Let me kind of twirl that around and kind of stick that under the sticker, and then put the little and maybe I can coax that under the sticker. Yeah, I know it would be better if the owl were wearing something pink or teal, but he does have a little bit of that green in there that looks nice. And because I have it out, I'm going to make this cluster a little bit larger by adding this flare right there. And then I'm gonna put one of these bramble fox leaves. Do I want a leaf or an acorn? I've got acorns here and acorns here. Let's do an acorn. And we'll do one of the dark brown acorns. And I'll rip that backing off, put the glue right under the frosted part. And kind of lay it like that. And this looks like I need a leaf kind of coming out. So I'm going to go for a brown leaf since we have gold leaves here. And this one is also etched, so it only has one backing. So I should be able to strip that one. And then we're almost done. I wanted to tell you that as I'm recording this, it is Sunday, and I have not assigned the numbers and done the tallying in order to do the drawing. I'm going to do the drawing live at, let's see, do I want... maybe like that. Okay, so thank you all so much. I think we had pretty close to 200 items uploaded, and I'm just going to go ahead and count anything you put up there. It doesn't have to be a layout that you created. If you put your kit there, that's great. And I'm really enjoying seeing your creativity, and I have no idea what the prize is going to be as I'm speaking to you now. I know that Adam and I have talked about possibilities, but there will be, if there's a US or Canadian winner, I will be sending the prize, and it will have a prize, something other than flair, plus some flair. And same with Adam. So, and I think we both will have something similar in the way of a prize. So anyway, thank you for watching, and let me stand up and see if this is a strange combination of colors. It's kind of hard to bring it up to show you without bringing it up too close. But anyway, okay. So I think I'm, as you know, I'm kind of an anything goes sort of scrapper. But I'm going to have to say this looks strange even to me. And I'm going to say it... I shouldn't mind it because of all the colors that are in. There's this wood grain and stone that provide the neutral background for all the crazy colors. The Louisville Cardinals sweatpants that Katie's wearing, and her red tennis shoes, and Ava's shoes, and her little pink shirt, and Katie's shirt says, "My brother bugs me," and there's ladybugs all over the place, and so, you know, we call her Katie Bug, so that was kind of a cute shirt. But I'm gonna go back and bring in a few more of what I might call neutrals, like maybe a sheet of craft or something that can kind of bring these down. This is a study in how far can Scrappy Kathy go? and I may have gone too far here. So I don't hate the page. I mean, I love the page. It's great photos, and I love the owl, and I love all the flares on it. But trying to get the Obed Marshall and those stickers to look like a fall page, you know, might have been a step too far. But we gave it a shot, and I scrapped backwards, and maybe I need to step forward a step or two before next time. So thank you for watching. Bye.